So my hair's really wet and I don't really care. But today I'm going to do a video, obviously. Okay, today I'm going to do this new kind of serious thing where it's kind of like make something that wouldn't usually work but make it work. So it's going to be called Make It Work. So alright, okay. So today I'm just going to be doing orange eyes, orange cheeks and orange lips. I know that sounds strange, but I thought it would be a good idea. What primer do I use? I'm going to use Base Magique by L'Oreal. I haven't moisturised because I just got out of the shower and I couldn't be bothered. Foundation, I'm going to use my Revlon Nearly Naked. I haven't used this in a while, so I'm going to use it. What I like to do with foundation is that you just pour, I just get this like, I don't know why it's got nail polish on it, but it's dry. This little palette, I don't know where it's from, it's probably a nail polish palette or something, but I don't care, I just wipe it clean whenever I use it, when I finish using it. And then I just pour some of the foundation. I pour a very small amount because that's what you should start with. Very small amount. Oh my god, that's a lot. That's actually a lot, look at that. And then the stippling brush because I don't want that much coverage, but I want decent. I really like this foundation for decent coverage. I'm just going to blend it with my fingers just so that it doesn't look streaky from the Okay, base is on. I'm just going to go straight to eyes, just let the foundation settle a bit because it's kind of sticky. I'm going to use Painterly Paintball by MAC. And I'm going to just get a blending brush. Just going to get this, it's a bit tapered, it's less fluffy, but I'm just going to use this mid-tone mauvey brown and put that into my crease as a transition colour. And I reckon orange could work with all sorts of skin tones. It would be a nice contrast to cool tones, and it would be a nice, it would just match warm tones. That's why I feel like you don't want to have your whole face orange. When that's all blended, I'm going to take a paint pot, or not a paint pot, sorry, a colour tattoo, and this is in orange or Fierce and Tangy. And I'm going to use a synthetic concealer brush for that. This one's by Models Prefer. And it's just flat like that. I like to use brushes to apply them. I mean, you can use your fingers, it's great, but I just prefer brushes. So it's all on, it's applied. You can kind of blend it a bit into your crease, but not too much. And I think it got out a bit there, but that's alright. I made it a bit more perfect, but you don't have to. Then I'm going to apply a yellow. I know, right? I'm using this L'Oreal palette. It is in Disco Smoking, and I'm just going to use the yellow there. And if you don't have a yellow or an orange, try using a gold, and that might work. I'm just using a Real Techniques shading brush. And I'm going to apply that into the inner, kind of inner half. This one's in a coral colour. It is called Magnetic Coral. And I'm just going to apply that to the other half. And since we have the orange base on it, it's going to look less coral and more orange, but it's just a darker tone. So it's kind of a gradient. Okay, I'm going to blend it into the crease just a bit. I just to match the other eye because it got onto the crease. Then I'm just going to use a bit of this red. I really want the least amount of red. So I'm going to take it maybe even on a smaller brush. I'm going to use the really small one from Real Techniques. It's called the Accent Brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, it's a very, very dark red. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a bit onto my back of my hand and really blend it out. So I don't want a lot at all. So it's... Okay. Then I'm just going to take this and then blend it a bit. I love this brush because it's kind of like a smaller blending and shading brush. I'm just going to take a bit of this red tone brown, just a bit, just to deepen the crease, make the red a bit more, just make everything a bit more defined. But I will add some colour to the bottom, which I will use the Sun Club palette from Essence, and I'm just using the orange colour here on a pencil brush. Actually, I'm just going to use this brush and try to get some red on it. And I'm just going to use a bit of this yellow because that is not as vibrant enough. I don't want a very harsh line for a liner, so I'm just going to use this Ice Studio palette. I'm going to take this really dark colour here. This palette is in Mad for Mauve, and I'm taking this colour here. I'm just taking this brush from Nature, it's the angled brush, and I'm just going to spray some Fix Plus on it so that it's a bit more, it can act more like a liner. Don't you just love the smell of Fix Plus? I love it. And so very, very, very gently, I'm just going to line it because I just want some definition on my eye. And that's about it. I'm just going to highlight a bit. I'm going to use my Designer Chocolates palette. I'm going to highlight with the skin tone colour. And I'm just going to go right under my brow with the white. And right on the inner corner, I'm just going to put the white in as well. For mascara, I'm just going to use L'Oreal Telescopic. Just time for eyebrows really quickly, just using my Alpha Eyebrow Kit. I use the wax most of the time. See the difference? And there you go. I'm going to use my L'Oreal Infallible Concealer today. I don't really have many blemishes, but I do have some on the top of my forehead. So I'm just going to use the Fit Me Concealer in number 25. And I'm going to blend it all in. I'm just going to use the same stippling brush. Okay, great. I think. Anyway. Now, face. What do I do now? I'm going to cream contour. I'm using my Chanel. You know what it is. Soleil Tan de Chanel, says it right there. I miss this brush for contouring. Is Models Prefer angled brush. I stopped using it because I got all my Real Techniques brushes, but I really miss it. Now that I'm nice and bronzed, I'm going to use a lipstick to add my blush. I know it sounds weird to have a lipstick as a blush, but it's actually really, really good because it's a cream blush. And you can use lipstick for a whole bunch of purposes, so yeah. So this one is L'Oreal's 406. You can use Maxim Orange, but I don't have that, so I've just got this one, and you can use any orange lipstick. And the way I like to apply them is, you know when you're using the Benefit tints and stuff, and if you put it on your cheek just straight away and then you blend it out, you get this, you still have little dots here that have stained your cheek already. This is why I like to apply it with my fingers. So what I do is I just put a bit on my fingers, looks like that, and then apply it like that. And then just get your stippling brush and blend it out. Add some on your nose. And there you go. I love that. I'm just going to powder a bit. I'm just going to use Stay Matte Powder by Rimmel. And I'm just going to use my kabuki brush. And then I'm just going to put some under my eyes as well, just to set the concealer. So I'm just going to use my Real Techniques setting brush just for the small areas. Especially my smile lines, because they can get really creased. Then I'm just going to contour again because I like contouring. It's my favourite part. Just going to use my Bourjois bronzer. For blush, I'm going to use a coral blush. And it's going to kind of tie in with the orange theme. This one is Body Shop's Coral Blush, but the only problem is that it's shaded. And it's like one of those baked kind of blushes, so I don't know if I can save it, but it's still a really pretty colour, so it still works. I'm just going to lightly dust it because we've already got that blush on. I don't want to look too caked either. I'm just going to give it a nice highlight because it's a very, very kind of like shiny colour. And it's got a lot of dimension to it. Then lastly, just apply the lipstick. I'm just going to use the same lipstick. It's L'Oreal's 406 blush. It doesn't have a name, but it probably should. You could even use the colour tattoo as the lipstick in the cheek colour, but I had an orange lipstick, so I used that. And I'm pretty sure you can use lipsticks on your eyes as well. I mean, you have to, it depends on the sensitivity of your skin. But just to make it less orange and a bit more kind of corally, if you don't really like it, I'm going to use this lip gloss in Princess, and it's by L'Oreal. It's their Shine Caress lip stains, and it's a corally orange, and I put it on top. That's it. I'm gonna give you a close up with better lighting. I hope I didn't bore you too much, but whatever. Tell me if you like this series or not. I'm gonna zoom you into my face so you can see better. Sorry, I have really bad placement of lighting in my room. I don't know why I'm smiling like this.